Meet my partner George. Today we're grabbing a ferry and heading to Taronga Zoo. We're here to explore one of the most iconic zoos in the world. George is a little unsure, but definitely keen. Map in hand and ready for anything. With no real schedule, just curiosity and a few animal encounters. Some things go as expected, while others, not so much. Let's get in there and amongst it. Taronga Zoo sits right on Sydney Harbour, and the cheapest and easiest way for us to get there is by ferry from Circular Quay. General admission to the zoo is around $49 for adults or $39 for kids, though if you book online you can get some discounted prices. I'll put the link in the description of this video. Animal encounters cost extra, and yes, we booked a couple, so stay tuned because we'll look at those a little bit later on. Once you're inside the zoo, one of the first areas you'll pass through is home to some of Australia's most recognisable native species.
Can't wait to see the Australian wildlife.
Many of them are found nowhere else in the world, and all of them are uniquely adapted to life in this environment. The koala is one of Australia's most iconic marsupials. They spend most of their lives in trees and sleep up to 20 hours a day to conserve energy. Now that's 20 hours of sleep a day. That's what I call living the dream.
Is he ignoring me?
I think so. It's not personal, I think they're just professionals at napping. Their diet consists almost entirely of eucalyptus leaves, which are low in nutrients and mildly toxic to most animals. Welcome to the cassowary domain. Think Jurassic Park, but with more feathers. He's hiding from us at the moment. The cassowary is found in tropical rainforests in northern Queensland.
It's like a turkey and a dinosaur have a baby.
Check out those legs. The cassowary has strong legs and sharp claws, and is capable of defending itself when threatened. The platypus is one of only 5 species of egg-laying mammals. There's a platypus in there somewhere, or at least that's what they tell me. Who knows? Well, we didn't see one, doesn't mean I can't show you one. The dingo is a wild dog that has been present in Australia for thousands of years.
He looks just like a dog, I mean, like a stray dog.
Why don't you hop in and see just how much like a dog it is. They're highly intelligent and live in complex social groups. Kangaroos and wallabies are both part of the macropod family, which literally means Bigfoot. At Taronga, you usually spot them in open enclosures designed to mirror the bushland they'd roam in the wild. He really thought the animals would come to him. Kangaroos are built for speed and distance, and wallabies are their smaller, more compact cousins. The emu is Australia's largest bird and the second largest bird in the world after the ostrich. It's flightless, built for speed, reaching up to 50 kilometres an hour when running. The emu plays an important role in seed dispersal across the landscape. The echidna is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world, the other being the platypus.
Just look how they walk, I mean, it's faster than I thought. They're so cute.
It's covered in spines and equipped with a long, sticky tongue. Feeds mainly on ants and termites. Despite its small size, it's surprisingly tough and digs backwards into the ground when threatened, spines out. Speed and spikes, a defensive combo. The Tasmanian devil is the largest surviving carnivorous marsupial and one of Australia's most misunderstood animals. It's nocturnal, solitary, and equipped with one of the strongest bites of any mammal relative to its size. At Taronga, you'll often see them pacing or digging, constantly alert and on the move. But their future is uncertain. A contagious facial tumour disease has wiped out up to 90% of some wild populations. Zoos like Taronga are helping by breeding disease-free devils and supporting their return to the wild. They're feisty, fast and completely unique, and they're fighting to survive.
So cute, look at that.
Go on, put your finger in, George. So, thoughts on the Tassie Devil, George?
It's not like the one from the Looney Tunes.
Now, I grew up on a farm that was infested with these little critters, and I've got to say, I've got a real rational fear. Native to the forests and gardens around Sydney, the funnel-web spider is one of the most venomous in the world. Its fangs are strong enough to pierce fingernails, and its venom acts fast. It's hard to see in this light, but we'll see if we can get a good shot. But the real reason it terrifies locals is how it hides, still, silent. Then, there's more to see in here. Wombats, the Flinders Ranger's scorpion. But honestly, it feels like something could jump out at any moment. So, let's go somewhere safer. Walking through here, it feels like something's going to drop on my head at any moment. So, I need to get the hell out. So we thought now we'd come somewhere where George would be a little less scared. So, we're in the little kids area, the kids trail. Remind you of anything? Tina Turner, Proud Mary?
Hello. Hi. That one is a really good hairdresser.
Where George is from, that would be considered an entree. And speaking of entrees, it's time for us to get some food into our bellies. We head off to grab some lunch at the Saltwater Bistro. And check out the views, they're stunning. Food's here, George is happy. So we've refueled and we're back on track. How was your burger, George?
That's delicious.
Yeah, mine was good too. Chimpanzees share about 98% of our DNA, and just like us, they form close social bonds, solve problems, and even use tools. But don't let their playful side fool you. They're strong, smart, and full of personality.
Oh, just look at the baby. It just reminds me when I was little.
Yeah, the resemblance is uncanny. With so many more animals to see at the zoo, it's time for a montage. He was licking his lips looking at you then, George. I think he wanted a little spicy Mexican burrito. getting later in the day, we head down towards the seal walk. We've missed the seal show, of course, it's just like us. But even from the walkway, you still get a few glimpses of the stars. They're agile, curious, and somehow manage to look better than I would ever look laying on a rock. And George is getting excited because he's about to go and feed some penguins. You excited, George?
Very excited. I love penguins.
And next up, the penguin encounter. George is heading in for some one-on-one action with these tuxedoed legends. They're called little penguins, and yes, that's their actual name. Also known as fairy penguins, they're amongst the smallest species of penguin on Earth, standing just over 30 centimetres tall. Native to Australia and New Zealand, they nest in burrows, not ice, and instead of sliding across Antarctic snow, these guys cruise around Sydney's coastline. Here at Taronga, they're a part of a broader conservation effort. In the wild, little penguins face threats like marine pollution, overfishing, and introduced predators like foxes and dogs. Looks like he's enjoying himself. Taronga's team is working to protect wild colonies, especially around Sydney's North Head, where they monitor populations and provide nesting sites. And while the experience only lasts a few minutes, it's a powerful reminder. These penguins, each with their own quirky little personalities, are wild animals that need protecting. What Taronga's doing here isn't just for show. It's part of a bigger picture to help keep species like this safe long term. So how was that, George?
That was incredible. They bite very gently. Their beaks are... It reminds me like the cassowary. Yeah, they're so
the cassowary?
Cute. Yeah.
The cassowary will take your hand off.
Yeah, well, I have both hands.
From flippers to paws. Next stop, the meerkat encounter. Smaller, furrier, and with a serious case of the zoomies. Welcome to Meerkat Metropolis, where standing tall is just a way of life.
They're like furry little sentinels.
Always vigilant, especially when snacks are on the line. In the enclosure, a few people are already doing the encounter. They're completely surrounded. The meerkats are climbing on them, sitting on their laps, and one just stood bolt upright and stared directly into my soul. And yep, I'm up next. Meerkats might look cute, but they're some of the most alert, tactical little animals you'll ever come across. Native to the deserts of South Africa, they live in groups called mobs or gangs, and everyone plays a role. There's always a lookout standing tall, scanning the horizon while others forage, dig or care for the young. They communicate constantly with a series of chirps, chatters and alarm calls, like a tiny neighbourhood watch with excellent posture. At Taronga, these meerkats are part of a successful breeding program that supports healthy zoo population and educates visitors about species under threat. Adorable. Every encounter helps fund their care and contributes to broader wildlife conservation. So what a day, full of discoveries and a few close calls.
A new approach and appreciation for Australian wildlife.
And our visit wouldn't be complete without a visit to the gift shop. This place has plush galore. A reminder from my earlier encounter. So cute. So what'd you get?
Just an echidna, one of my favorite Australian animals.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it looks good, right?
Until next time, stay curious and stay kind. And help these little animals out if you can by donating. I'll put a link down in the bottom of the video. Take care.